Hello everyone. Today we're gonna make another guitar in Blender. I've been really enjoying making, guitars in Blender. If you look at one of my old videos, I previously made one. Uh, See, it's to here, it's like pretty good. Then like you just go on and you see I I just do that, and like as my experience goes on, I just know like I shouldn't really do it like that. Like I have better ways of doing it now, and I know it probably made like a lot of people mad by like re. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. This is not a tutorial, but if you can follow along, you can if you want to. And uh, we're gonna be making Fender Stratocaster. Yeah, you see how I just like completely wreck it. Yeah. Um, if you look at this, you see, I made this about 6 months ago, and yeah, this about 8 months ago. So I think this is probably a little bit sooner than that, but yeah, we're gonna try it one final time, and this time we're gonna try and do it live. So yeah, enjoy the stream. I'll talk to you guys if you join the stream. I'm just waiting for some people. So yeah, that's kind of philosophy. Fell off. I can't say that word. Anyways, let's start. So, do I want select with right or left? I'll do right. Alright, we delete this. Oh yeah, and I have a quieter keyboard now. I know people, they don't like that really clicky keyboard. So I got a quiet keyboard just for the stream. It should be this one. Yeah, it is. So this is the right side. We don't really have to line up because it's more of like a organic object. I'll add another one just so we can determine the width. And for both, I tried to do it like that last time. It didn't really work like that. Make this a little bit transparent and make this a little bit transparent. Just like that. Alright. So we start with a cube. You know, like when you first open up Blender, you have a cube, then you delete the cube, then you add back the cube. That's just the way Blender works. Because there's just something wrong with the default cube. Or it's just the habit of just pressing A to delete all, and because like you have the default camera and light, and you want to just have the cube only. I mean, you do it any way you want, it doesn't really matter. So we might try and define the width first. This is front, just to make sure. Now that's out of the way, we can start. The way I kind of like to do it, I kind of like to make it lined up like a kind of like a box, and just where it starts to like split off. Like I know there's like a little cube. Like if I see on the back, see like it's like cubed. That's not really there. It's kind of like how it arcs. But this is like a cube. This is how like it arcs. But it still splits off, and we need to capture that. And if you look at my video, you kind of see how I kind of screwed that up as well. Because I never owned a Stratocaster till like last year. And see, like I did capture that back. And it just messed up the whole entire project. So we're gonna try and get that. Yeah, it made a big mess. And I wasn't really that experienced back in like May. I mean, I guess I still ain't. But I've been doing way better. Yeah, people could have been like, "Why'd you do this? You should have just looked at the blueprint." And there would be people that be like, "Oh yeah, and how I did this I deleted this and did this again because I knew there was something wrong. Cylinder headstock. Look at that." I mean, I still screwed up that how it kind of like arcs into, I mean, like kind of like smooths into like the headstock shape from the neck. So you can look at the blueprint. You see, it's not, that's not really the case. It kind of like just goes root and it turns into the headstock like that. And yeah, you can kind of see here. And over here, you can really see it. So yeah, we're going to try and capture that as well. And we're going to try and get a really nice image to see if we can make this guitar. Alright. What I do first, I add like just a couple of these. I want to add like too much, because you got the subsurf on your side. And that will like help you. You don't want to keep adding geometry when you don't need it. See, I just grabbed this. There's people that like hold on, they just like use the O key, which is like proportional editing. I don't really like that. Like, I know there's like way different ways to control it, but I just can't really get the hang of it. So I just like do this manually to make sure I got every little piece on there. And yeah, I still got it on. Try and line it up. It kind of works the same ways when you make a car. But when you're making car, you have to like, I tried to do it and I really couldn't, because I don't really have good practice with that. You have to like focus on every three-dimensional side of the car. I can't really get the hang of, like, if I did like the roof or maybe the hood, like the hood with like a little scoop in it, I could probably do that, but like, you know, like where I'm focusing on like basically 2 dimension right now. It is basically 3 dimension, but like how I'm just designing the 2 dimension, I could probably easily do that. So yeah, we're gonna try and avoid adding lots of geometry. Maybe about right here, this will be it. just to make it a little bit more linear. Or proportional. Nobody watching yet. So yeah, now we got that basic shape of like a guitar. And in the real Stratocaster, this kind of like, this corner, it kind of like scoops in. Wait, I can show you. Like this, it kind of like scoops in just a tiny bit. And it's flat all around here, but it like scoops in here. There was some detailed reasoning to why they did it. I don't really know why. Maybe for like this to make the the sunburst more apparent, or probably like change the focus to like this. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna try and capture that as well. And like these shapes, how like when we put our subsurf modifier, we have to like make a crease. See, like these creases, they have like this, like it's like basically considered like a soft crease. It's kind of like far away, and like this one has like more soft as well. Yeah, they're all basically the same. Yeah, we're gonna try and capture all of that. So now we got this shape, and this is when disaster comes in. The recipe for disaster. What I would do is put a little right here like this, and just extrude both of these till you get to that part. I might have to move this. Yeah. And we're gonna do one right here, and that would be basically perfect. Then we'll start designing these fins. Try not to make that so linear. So now we basically got this part. Just looks a little bit unlinear. Well, it is kind of not the way I want it. Maybe like that. Yeah, that looks good. And for this, yeah, I kind of see on the blueprint where it doesn't go that long, I'm certain. But yeah, it's about where that arc is. It kind of stops right there. And yeah, we gotta deal with this. What I did with this is I did this first. Got this set up. And Yeah, I think I have to redo that before it turns into a big disaster like last time. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna try and do this again. Kind of see how you gotta make sure you make those the right faces, or else it'll just be big mess everywhere. So yeah, I think I should have done this in the first place, like get that figured out. Then it would be good to go. Just like that. And yeah, there's that. See how this is like very linear, but this is just complete straight line. With the subsurf modifier, that kind of makes it linear for you, just like this. And yeah, it also makes it look like a little beanbag because you have to make some creases. We're gonna try that right now. So yeah, we're gonna try that again. We might just add it here and here. Alright. At least we're not having that problem like last time where when I put that subsurf on there, it just looked really bad. I mean, I tried to fix it at the end, but if you looked really closely on the back, it still looked bad. And yeah, that was just kind of my experience back then. Now we don't have that issue, but now with that the place where the neck sits on or rests on, I would say just to try and enforce this first. Then if that doesn't work, Then we can add a new face. Just like that. And you see they're really blocky. Try and force this a little bit more. And you go up here, shade smooth. Now it looks really nice. A couple 18,000 verts, so that's pretty good. So yeah, here's our model of the body. Now we have to do pick guard, and like people be asking, what about all these screws, how you gonna do all this? Well, what I do, I would just like look up a separate image of screw. Like I think these are like regular Phillips, then these are like flatheads because they adjust the height of these pickups. And yeah, these are also flats. And oh, over here, these are also flatheads, or at least I think they are. They kind of look like flatheads from this. But yeah, we're gonna try and capture all that. And how does oh yeah, and the WAN bar hole and the jack. I remember when on the video I screwed up the jack as well. It was the first time. I think it was actually looking pretty okay. It was that I didn't know that like that the real Stratocaster had like the actual hole in it. So what I was just doing, I just made it look overlaid and kind of, hold on, I kind of made it look overlaid like this. Well, this was the first time. I think that one would look pretty good, and yeah, it was like and going through the mesh of the jack, and I was like, oh, that's not right. But before this, I didn't know that like all these Stratocasters actually have like these like how like they carve it in. So yeah, I thought that was wrong, and I deleted the whole thing. Even though this kind of looked flat, I think there are real Stratocasters that look flat like that. But yeah, I didn't know like. But in Blender, you can just like make like a boolean, which is like carving like wood or something. You put another mesh, and that would cut it in. And I think that would work a million times better than what I thought before. When I did this, I thought that was wrong, so when I redid it, I just made like a little simple mesh and like made it kind of hard to look like it was overlaid. Yeah, like that. Try and find and yeah, the strings might be a little problem lamp. And yeah, this was when I didn't have almost no experience at all with 2.8. So I just used 2.7 model. And this was the new engine they made. It's called Eevee. Yeah, it's Eevee. I don't really use Eevee that much anymore because of how superior I think Cycles is to Eevee. See, like, yeah, people said Eevee's just for like those quick cartoons, and I would have to agree with that because it kind of made my models look rushed. And this probably would look so much better if I did in Cycles. But yeah, this was my first guitar I made in or second guitar I made in Blender. I would love to find my first one, but I don't really have it anymore. And yeah, it's unfortunately it's gone. So yeah, we're gonna be working around when we get around to it. We're gonna try and carve that in and make it look real. So now we have the pick guard. When I made the pick guard last time, I just kind of indented into the mesh of the guitar, which is kind of correct, but you're actually supposed to like carve it in. Like the real ones, they carve it in like I showed you, like this. Then they like put the pick guard on, and the pickups just lay in there. And yeah, where this is like inlaid, we can do that. We can boolean that later. Yeah, these are like all the controls and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try the pick guard. Like what I did before, I like to kind of look like set it up to like the max size of it. Then get the width correctly. And oh, this is the wrong side. I guess I'll work like this. Yeah, like we're a split stop, we have to make sure we don't miss that. And we're a split stop right here. We have to not forget that here. So we're gonna work around like this. And I guess we can make it pretty thin right now. Like that. It doesn't really matter like right now. So now we add some loop cuts, something like this. I hope that would be enough. No, like I'm at enough spacing so I can work around. So now we got this. I think this might be unnecessary. We could move it down here like this. And get this out of the way. I get this out of the way. Actually, I think I will get that out of the way, then put it back when I'm done working with this. So now we start working here. And like right here where it kind of like faces upward. like that. So now we got one side. Let's grab the other. And try and get this. Making sure there's no one watching yet. I forgot to change that category to gaming. I mean, Blender can be a game engine if you wanted to. No one really uses it though. We're gonna add some geometry right here. Let's move this out a little bit. I think it would be pretty good. Later we can boolean this if we, I mean there's like nothing, I might not use this as like a construction model. So booleening like this might be unnecessary. But for like the jack, yeah, that would be necessary. And we subsurf, then you see it kind of looks like a little bean bag. So you have to subsurf. Then it looks good again. I don't know, you might not have to turn up the quality that much. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, for here, it kind of looks a little bit. So we go here and hide this. Optimal display this. You can kind of see how, like, it's supposed to be a little bit sharp, just a tiny bit. And if you look at the real model, it looks about the same. And make sure it looks like that over here. See, if there's something you just don't like, you can kind of manipulate it like that. And we add our shade smooth, and I think that would be pretty good. I think there might be a, this might look a little bit too smooth, how and like this, I can kind of tell how that doesn't really look like the, like how it is like a little bit off. Let's try and fix that. There's multiple ways we can fix this. We can just grab onto it. Do it like that, but then now it looks like a little bump in the road. And you know, like, you want the road to be pretty smooth. So to fix that, basically, I'd say we just like crease the whole thing. Then do over here. Nah. Like this right here, I don't think that should get a crease like that. Now we grabbed the wrong vertices. Now it's kind of... And what else you can try when it's like kind of, you know, like it when it's even subsurfed. We can try... We have to go all the way back here. I could just remove that. Like, you can try and go and... So it's shaded smooth. Yeah. You can do a... what's it called? Edge split. And to my understanding, that kind of makes it... It's supposed to like what it says to split edges. I think it works a little bit better for really simple objects. Like, you could have done it for the main body itself, but I don't really see it doing that much. See, it looks good here, but you go over here, it's all blocky. And there won't be really nothing you can do about that. So if you had subsurf and edge split, kind of does it for you. I don't know what's going on here. It's just double. Hold on, we gotta fix this. Yeah, even for these small problems, you have to go back and like fix them, because like you just don't pick up a guitar and see that. And like, I don't think it's just like a mistake I did. I can do this again. See what I think, I got double vertices, so it screwed the whole thing up. Yeah, I would just go back here and like this. For some reason, it's still doing it. It has that little, looks like when you don't touch a car for like 30 years and you like leave it like outside where it's like raining and snowing and you don't like touch it ever, and it's kind of like what the paint looks like not even that. Kind of looks bad. It's just edge split, like ruining the whole thing. Or yeah, I seriously don't know what's going on. Oh wait, I think I found a culprit. Double vertices, yeah, I knew it. So, I think when you had an issue like that, you had to go clean up, merge by distance, then it would fix it right away. But then it would remove your loop cuts. I don't think I put loop cuts crease. Did I? Oh, I probably did. I'll just do it again. Clean up, merge by distance, and just do it again like that. See now it looks good. Yeah, I thought it was. Double vertices. Now when you have an issue like that, I think you just have to do the faces a second time. Or wait, gotta clean up one more time. Now there's no more. And it's still doing it. Just like this. There we go. Now it looks good, but kind of looks like you might cut your finger on it now. I mean, if we add this up, then we need loop cut. Now that kind of looks better. It's always double vertices, you know? It took me a while to find out how to find that option, merge doubles or no. Merge by distance. Back in 2.7 they actually had it as a just remove doubles. I think you pressed U or something. And you like clicked it down here or something. And you just clicked it and it would remove the doubles for you. Sometimes that even wouldn't fix it. We just set that right in there. And that looks pretty good. See, we're rocking the proper back like this. We might add some detail on the back because, you know, like on the real Strat, they actually have like the whammy bar cover for to add your springs. You don't need to add the springs in there because it's gonna be covered up. You're not gonna see it. And I usually, when I like render it out, I don't really take pictures of the back of the model. But when you do make a model, it's always good to take out these little problems because it does become noticeable if you don't like do nothing about it. And that's like one of the first steps to becoming a good 3D artist. I mean, I don't know if I'm a good 3D artist, for all I know. Now, you got it. You got it. We doing the neck now. And first off, I see it has those locking nuts, like in the rose. Where are those? I don't remember those guitars, but like yeah, locking nuts. The standard Stratocaster does not have locking nuts like this. Just has the little nut. And yeah, you have to make sure you get the there's you can basically get that alignment about perfectly with like the why did I forget tuning pegs and tuners, and I forgot what these were, but they basically like for like the longer strings they help give it structure when going off into the world called the headstock. So yeah, you kind of see in my old video how I was making the headstock. You see here in the end it kind of looks alright, but yeah, like cylinder, that might be alright. And like when I first made it, I was actually making the headstock out of cylinder. I think this was the time it wasn't cylinder, or yeah, that the first time, that was cylinder. But this is when I extruded the top, which kind of isn't true. It doesn't really look that thick to look like it's extruded. Well, it kind of does, but it's not really that noticeable of how there's thickness added to the guitar. And I mean, yeah, it could work. There's nothing to stop you from making it like that. Uh, I hope this live stream isn't private. Oh my god, it is. Well, now it's public. You should see it. In front. Yeah. Well, let me recap because I had the whole entire stream on private. I'm making guitar in Blender. Basically, I wanted to do this because to show my skills, how my skills changed over time. Yeah, like we can look at this. At like the beginning where I just completely screwed up. Yeah, I have to talk about this. Like it just turns into a mess. See, like I never owned the Stratocaster at the time, so I didn't really know. And yeah, that's kind of disencouraged, like how, cause when you subsurf it like that, and yeah, that's bad. And yeah, I forget that. I call it the resting place for the neck, but yeah, now I got it. Spent about 30 minutes on this, 20 minutes on this. Yeah, you kind of see how it turns into a disaster. At first, I think it's like not supposed to be there, so I kind of make that resting place completely disappear. Then I try and add on. Then I think I looked at images and I said, "Oh, that's not right. I'm supposed to add on." And yeah, I did that pretty fast. But here I did it right. And yeah, I really like it so far. We're gonna try and get onto the neck, and we're gonna try and make it look like a real Stratocaster when we render. See now, it kind of looks like clay, as everyone say. And yeah, I'm using the Eevee rendering image by default, which I don't really prefer because, like they say, people say it's for like quick cartoons, and I would agree with that, cause I haven't used Eevee in so long, but judging from Cycles and Eevee, I think the Cycles is completely superior to Eevee engine. Like, yes, Eevee's good if you just want some like quick graphics on like your little models you make, or if you're like if you have like a TV series and you just want to push out those episodes really fast. But if you want quality, like if you want make pictures or movies or animations, like really good animations, you shouldn't be using Eevee. You should be using Cycles. It's completely superior to Eevee when learning image. Like I could try right now, and you already see how it's like calculating shadows from how tall is how high this is from the body and correct light. I think I'm running on my CPU. I'll try on my GPU. And yeah, this would be a good time to save so that I don't lose my stuff. I'll name it guitar.blend. So yeah, we basically just recapped what I did. I I had my stream on private. I'm so sorry. We're gonna try and get that neck on there, the headstock. Put all that little detail and try and get basically all the detail I can out of this guitar. So let's continue. Oopsie. Also, I'll be right back. Just 1 second. Alright. We back. I'm gonna wait for some people to join, but I think I did pretty good on this model, you know. But like on real, yeah, like real guitar, it has that little, it like caves it or curves inward a little bit, like that. I know some like other guitars, that angle is like different. You see, like it goes from uh strap pin from here to like about right here. You see, like right here, it's a little bit before. It's a little bit like before that strap pin. So it depends on how like we want to capture that. So and I don't know if you think I should try neck first, I'll do that. But if you think I should try putting all the stuff on first, I'll do that. No one watching yet, so we gonna. Okay, now someone's watching. Say hello. Uh, we're gonna go try neck. Really big cylinder. Apparently, this cylinder is like, so by default, these blocks are like 1 meter, I think, or it's apparently 0 meters. Oh, the location. So yeah, it's about 1 meter. So yeah, these blocks about 0.5 meters. So like, yeah, this guitar is about 1 meter big. I don't know how big that would be, but yeah, that'd be pretty big. Alright, let's try and make the headstock. So like what we did before, we're going to try and define the width of the headstock. And like on this, is this facing up or is this facing left? It looks like up. So yeah, we're going. It looks like, yeah, it looks like left. Or, or however you want to put it. And yeah, like on this blueprint, that curve is like before the headstock, or after the pen. But yeah, they make them all different kinds of ways. Oh yeah, and if you want, I can recap about this. About this, I mean, it's about 6 months ago, 4 months ago. Um, See, it looks okay. That's about when my skills started improving. I remember screwing this up so many times. See, it's still kind of screwed up. And I think this was rendered in Eevee, which, judging from now, I probably wouldn't use. And if I still had this, I would probably re-render it in Cycles. But unfortunately, I don't have this. But yeah, it looks like a okay model. I mean, if you look at it, these pickups, I don't think in real life these pickups have like they have like they're so metallic looking. They kind of look kind of flat in real life. Some some make a black, some make white. I don't know the difference. I haven't really played around with pickup hardware yet. So wait, if this is, yeah, this is left. So we have to, well, we can keep that. We have to go to top. Yeah, cause my I proportioned it incorrectly. So, oh, I didn't mean to add that. Re-rotate this. Add some transparency to this. And we'd be good to go. So yeah, now it's right. The orthographic was wrong. It was setting me off a little bit. So about right there, maybe. And we should make sure that these have, like, it's actually like a perfect cylinder shape. Because all throughout the guitar, that cylinder shape, it does look a bit different. Yeah, like it's a bit of arc. Then it turns into that little bit. When I meant, yeah, this is flat. Then it turns into like an arc. Then goes all the way through. Then turns into the headstock. Then turns into Headstock Nation. I'm gonna actually try and use this picture. When we need it. So yeah, I might start with square. Let's see on the blueprint that they have a headstock only. Well, they do have this. Doesn't really help though. I mean, for this, it does help for the backside. So maybe we can add one for the back. Oh, I didn't mean to add that again. And since this is facing the other way, we have to flip the image. So, yeah. Then we grab it onto this. Might have to rescale it up to match it, because for some reason they didn't do that. I don't know why it's wrong on the... yeah, I know you shouldn't be completely looking at blueprint. But yeah, like, it's kind of just where like they think like, oh, you're not going to put this, you're not going to line this up to an object, you're not going to use this for 3D. You're going like, they think you're going to like actually construct a guitar, like make it from scratch. But we're not doing that, you know. So we're gonna try to make new window. Add our, what is that little thing? Oh, I thought that was an edit mode. We go to UV editor. We add image, and we add that image, which it does help me because I don't think I never really seen pictures of the back, because you know, like this part, this is like inside the guitar, and like right where it starts. I mean, this isn't like. Well, yeah, actually it is, because like they put the metal piece on and like you don't get to see it. Then like yeah, it comes out. Then it turns into the arc and goes through, and turns into the headset. So yeah, let's try model from a square. And we're going to try and stick on these dimensions. We're going to try to add a new window. Pay attention to the me, not you. I mean, like, if you're actually like doing a model, I mean, yeah, you can follow along if you are. But yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to this one as well. Make sure I get that right. And even though it does look a little bit wonky, like just off, I know it's not that arced. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's for maybe I think that's for like when you carve it in. So yeah, the back is uh arced and curved. Basically everything right down here. I don't really know how to do that unless like I had a lot of practice. So this looks like the little screw plate, 4 screws. We're gonna try and add square, and we're gonna make a little bitty square. And I might stick we need the dimension of the headstock. Been hiccuping a lot today. Now when it's in like the guitar, like yeah, that's pretty good, like how it's squared out. And yeah, these 4 go into the guitar with the bolts or screws. Do they even use bolts on the Stratocaster? I don't know, anyone that takes apart Stratocaster a lot, they would probably know. So if you take apart Stratocaster, just tell me. So yeah, like how I've been saying, like how this just gets a little bit covered up. And yeah, it kind of does it for me, like how that, it kind of whoop, whoop, whoop. And like here, it kind of like whoop, whoop, whoop. Just like that. So we probably wouldn't really have to pay attention to that. The only thing we would have to pay attention to is just how far it goes into the body though. See, like if I want, I don't even have to like render that. All I would have to do is just make sure I get that perfect arc right where it shows up. So that now we got this. Don't want to grab the wrong one. About right here. I think I want to hide that because I think I know about what I'm doing. So I think there are different ways they execute how it arcs like into that slope shape for the neck. But like you see right here, they already kind of did something silly. I think it's just to show you where it begins arcing. So if we could, I never really did it before. It looks like we're going to need to add another window for the left side. Or no. Left or top? Yeah, top. Cause as we get it to arc, we need to make sure it changes into that little arc shape. So like, yeah, at the beginning it's the square. We're just gonna grab onto both of these. It doesn't really help when I'm dealing with a small space. Move this up a little bit. I think maybe we could, just to stop that linear. We could probably do that. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of unproportional, but it's inside the guitar. Like I said, I'm not really gonna make it a construction model for tearing down. All I want to see is it be kind of perfect. See, I might have to get rid of that. Then it'll kind of ruin. I think I'll just keep that there. I don't need this, do I? I literally don't need this. Yeah. So now, up here, there are like lots of ways to bevel. You know, like just do it like the old way. Just put a little ramp, call it a day. But there's like better ways to do it. So like, yeah, Control B. Doesn't really bevel though. No, like I'm at on corner. This kind of does it on the corner. But it does it upside down. And kind of leaves the wrong shape. I don't think I'm looking for that shape. Unless if we move this. Yeah, that kind of looks like it would be a disaster to clean up. So there's actually more you can do. Oh yeah, these ones on the side, I don't really use them that much. we could do a corner only, or yeah, we're looking at the upside. We could grab onto this. Hold on. I don't really like how this is going. I think I might just keep that simple arc shape the whole way through, cause you know, like it's gonna be inside the guitar. And just leave this out, but continue to go forward, because it's gonna be inside the guitar anyway. Like you don't really see it. See, like, yeah. I think I'm doing it backwards, am I? We'll fix that right now. Ooh. Or we could just, like, kind of leave a tiny bit sticking out for visual, but go ahead and start building these arcs for the bevel. Let's try that. What else I could do is, hello Ender Dragon, how you doing today? What else I could do is I could basically let the subdivision modifier to do its job. Or I can kind of build faces on this. But you won't really see that linear look I'm looking for. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this guitar. I'm trying to not have to look up guides, answers, videos. So we're gonna try and do this whole entire guitar without having to look up any videos. I mean, like, the reference pictures I've been looking up, yeah, those are okay, cause like, you know, like real artists, they use these reference video pictures for looking for guitar, and yeah, that's all I'm doing. I won't be looking up videos. We're gonna try to see we can get that linear look. What just did may be a disaster, or it could be really good. I don't know, if I had, I would try edge split first. You see that doesn't really do nothing. You add smooth. Then, well, over here, you don't really see that. Is that I'm looking for to try and get rid of, like, see, it's completely smooth. Thank you. Please like, subscribe. Just like if you think that my skills are bad, or just don't have an opinion at all. The bell is on. That is really good. I might take this live stream and do like capture highlights, and yeah, like keep the funny parts in. Like half of this stream I had private mode on. You guys see me building the guitar from scratch. We're just taking our time, we're not rushing. Because this is like really this could like take a lot of time, and you can't really rush perfection like this. See, if I try and get this out of here, I'll try to do this so it's linear. And what if we try subsurf? Yeah, of course it does that. Well, I think that's because of edge split. Then it turns into a ball. Of course it turns into a mushy ball. Because that's subsurf for you. Last time on my old one, I should live stream Ribs and Rods. Well, I could live stream Ribs and Rods. Maybe next time, because I want to make this guitar, and we're gonna have some fun making it. Then we can play some Rigs and Rods live. Oh, and if you don't know what Rigs and Rods is, it's a free soft body simulator where you can drive boat, airplane, truck, basically like any vehicle. It is literally BeamNG Drive, but what makes it different, because when BeamNG was forked off into its own game, Rigs and Rods, they're open source. You can download it. You can download the source, edit for yourself. But what makes it different is they kept on updating the game for themselves, and yeah, BeamNG is literally Rigs and Rods. There is no argument in that. It is Rigs and Rods, but they have like barely, like, it's like 20% or like 10% Rigs and Rods now, but like back in like 2013 it used to be like 70% Rigs and Rods, because of like how much of the code they changed. Frankly, I've been really enjoying Rigs and Rods. It's free, so if you want to download it, you should just play around with it for a couple of days, and after that I'll start my own server. We all can play together, and yeah, we would have a lot of fun. But I hope you're liking the stream right now. I see Ender Dragon is. So yeah, we are trying to knock down this issue with the little headstock. Neck. The guitar's upside down. There we go. I thought, oh my god, that would have been so upsetting if I made a left-hand guitar. Because I am not left-handed. It was upside down. Oh my god, it was left. So yeah. If you kind of look at my old stream, I mean, not really old stream. It wasn't really a stream at all. You see, I just take a little cylinder. Oh, I think it's a square at first. Yeah, it's a cylinder, and at first, yeah, I made a headstock out of cylinder. It's like when I used to show my friends Blender, and they used to use a cylinder for everything. You know, cylinder is always a solution. Then I deleted it, and I think I extruded at the top, and yeah, I made it basically a polygon. I mean, if you look at the model and like, you know, like the like this, it looked actually pretty decent, but it was only till I decided to put it in the Eevee engine, and that basically ruined the whole thing. I mean, this looks, if you put this in the map, feet, Rigs of Rod's drivable guitar, if you put this in the map, and if you had, if you had Rigs of Rods with the Cycles engine, this would probably look really decent. But I decided, why not put in Eevee? And yeah, then it kind of ruined the design. But I mean, if you look at it, it does look like a pretty fine model. And I made this almost 8 months ago. And yeah, you see like right here where this, I call it the resting place for headstock. And no, neck. Why do I keep saying that? Neck. Yeah, I showed it before how it just kind of, and yeah, I made this a huge mess too. I was like, oh my god, look at that disaster. And you also look at, I think it was at like, we were at like 20,000. I don't know, it has to be way more than that. When I subserved it, it yeah, 47,000, which is kind of okay for a high quality model when you want it to be high quality. But just the way I designed it, it was a big disaster. There's no argument in that. I did this pretty fast, so I had to spend a little bit of time making the pickguard on this, because this had a little bit issue with double vertice. But yeah, now it looks pretty good. I might have to we're in like real Stratocaster where it's arced in like this. You don't really see it. How it's like, it is like arced in. Yeah, that's, you can completely see that. There was a big discussion of why they do that. Like, they even do it on the back. See that, like, it's arced in. I think it's for like if you like sit down, I think that's for like resting. But for the back, I mean, I'm at the bottom of the front. How like this is arced in. there was a big discussion about that. I thought it was for um I thought it was for like when you set your guitar on like a resting stand, and this is supposed to like balance it or something. And also someone said it was for um I don't know, but yeah, that's just we would try to capture that if we didn't have the probably the headstock. I mean the neck. If we didn't have the probably the neck, we could try and capture this basically at the end when I add all the detail in. And yeah, like see like here where it's after the strap pin on here, it's before the strap pin. You see, you kind of like see that. See like yeah, it's kind of like before, and like yeah, it's here after. But on my blueprint, yeah, it's here after as well. See, there's a lot of different ways you can make that. Alright, let's continue. Let's look at some comments. Welcome back, Ender Dragon. How you doing? So yeah, this was basically me about half a year ago making a project from start to finish, but as a disaster. And I seriously thought adding a separate cube would work. And I think I had a kind of a relatively big headache when I made this. I still remember it to this day. So yeah, it's probably why I screwed up so much. But yeah, let's try and go back to good with expired popcorn. Expired. I ah I love expired popcorn. I wish I could eat some expired popcorn right now, but I don't have no popcorn left. Alright, for this neck, good thing I said that right. We might get rid of this so that it's basically a whole control unit of this. So if we remove this and this, uh-oh, looks like a little bit of a disaster going on. This may just work. There is no way that's gonna work. It's a yeah, that's not gonna work. We might just see like where this part is just kind of inside. You don't really see it. Like back of guitar. Yeah, you don't really see it at all. You basically just see like how the kind of like where it supports it, and you know they got the paints a little back plates for Stratocaster, and that's all neat. Well, I like that shiny. How they got the white background, how they're rocking the nice white background, but he got his blue shirt shinier than the white background itself. So yeah, we might try to go backwards a little bit. So now we back here. We basically can make this unnoticeable. We don't need it, basically. So we're gonna add a face there. We will try to basically make this the standard size for the... Can't even see that. Get out of here. Out of here. Yeah, that was kind of the, oh, this is wrong side again. Yeah, the front is the top and is cause I kind of did that wrong. What did I do? Oh, I selected the whole thing. We're gonna go a little bit out. Then we're basically just gonna emulate like how the arcs kind of just like show up. Lol. And yeah, we gotta try and make sure we get... What is it? What the heck? Oh. Blender, you know I don't want that. How do you manage that? Did I manage that? How did I do that? So basically, if we don't have this in the way, we want to try and get about to the end. And you see, yeah, it looks alright. But back here, oh, that doesn't look very comfortable to play. So what we could do, off the block, we can bevel this. And it's gonna bevel that. We might have to get that out of the way. So yeah. So over here where it does kind of merge into a headstock, we might have to extrude this first so it's just out completely out of the way. Yeah, now it's not really intruding the headstock like it did last time. But we still may have some small problem. I don't know, maybe we could just delete this. All these extra vertices, because I don't want them. And these ones, I don't want these either. Yeah, that might be alright. But wait, there's more. Oh, is there a face in there? Don't tell me there's a face in there. Okay, there's not. So we kind of got this rolling on. it does look pretty connected, which is what I want. Bro, I'm lost. Well, maybe I'm just a really bad person to be falling for a tutorial, so you're actually trying to make a guitar. I'm probably not the right person. Oh yeah, how like a side of that's gonna be really difficult to find. Oh, look at that little. That would be cool. You could play that. That would be really neat. But oh, here's a. Well, I might find. No, I don't want the dark side of the moon. I don't want to be copyrighted for looking up a picture of Pink Floyd. Side view. You kind of see how like there's the how did I forget the fretboard, and you see it has like its own set of width, and that's where it stops. But about with the headstock, it kind of doesn't really change that much, which is why I kind of deleted those extra vertices. So I might add like a tiny bit of width for the front of the headstock, just like a tiny bit. Ooh. Yeah, that's a good amount. That might be actually really good. About, yeah, right there. I think when you subsurf this, it would pretty much disintegrate into a little pencil. That looks like a fish. I don't know. But last time I did this, I didn't use subsurf. I just put the edge split on and put smooth shading. No, what's wrong, Ender Dragon? I should probably not be regarding the other picture, because we already determined it's not really ideal. Oh heck. As you can see, I messed up somewhere. Don't know where. You're a good YouTuber. Why, thank you. I don't really know how to work or move this. Maybe we don't need a subsurf. Maybe we can work around that. Or yeah, we can go back. We can just roll it back. Maybe something like this. But yeah, we're gonna have to change the width of that. Cause like of how this whole section basically does go inward. Basically. Just like that. You kind of see that fancy arc. Like, I don't know, these are kind of like the cheap ones you get on eBay when your headstock breaks and you need a replacement one. So yeah, it doesn't really have that fancy arc, but I don't know how you don't have people in here except me. Well, I think it was because I started a stream private, and since I just turned on public, it kind of like didn't really alert people, which is kind of unfortunate because I made the whole start of the guitar privately by accident though. Yeah, like the real ones, it has that little nice arc. It's kind of flat here. They probably describe that in this one, don't they? Do they describe it anywhere? Well, they do describe how like the front and the back, I suppose, and how the truss rod is supposed to go in there and stuff. I don't know, let's try to work around this. Right now, it does look alright. Maybe it does look a little too thick. Let's continue. Yeah, I won't really regard the blueprint 100%. Because I want it to look like my own guitar. And it's usually bad to like copy blueprints 100%. Also, you should show all your friends this stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on the bell. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you turn it on because you still get notifications anyway. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream. Maybe we'll probably finish it in this stream. If not, we'll finish it tomorrow. We are gonna try to work around this. like right through it, because it's supposedly working very well. I didn't really expect it to go that well. Alright, we got that. Looks like a little spatula. See, we could remove this geometry so it says smooth, because I don't really want anything to do with it. Never mind. I think I would have to smooth it out manually. There's still 2 people watching. I don't know who the other one is. It might be me. So yeah, now we got this. I mean, it looks alright. Better than before. What if... Yeah, that might be better. Can't forget the other side. Alright. Now what I did last time, I might do again. Oh, is it smooth? I mean, like, flat. Because I remember how, like, it was arced. Or, like... See, like, how does it, like, get flat? Then it just turns... Ooh. I mean, like, yeah, maybe illusion, because it is flat at the beginning, then... Well, this might have to be that, on the bottom of the... Like this. But still maintaining that flat posture. That looks really good. Better than before. See, we're already halfway done. We have to try and set up that subsurf, and if we can't, I'll just do smooth and edge split, so it's not really that much of a disaster. Yeah, that looks better. But you can kind of see how it's kind of lacking geometry right here. I mean, that might be about alright. How you guys like it so far? Oop. Stepped on my microphone by accident. Better than I can. Well, you know what? I doubt that. Because all it really takes is patience, really. Because by default, you can really make anything in Blender, but you basically need someone there to like teach you. Cause like you're probably not gonna know how to use all these tools unless like someone shows you what they do and stuff. But I mean, if you won't get into Blender, you should try like the uh, Andrew's beginner tutorial. Really fun tutorial. He just redid his whole tutorial for 2.8. The donut and the tea or coffee. It looks, yeah, he does a really good job of like explaining. He has a lot of subscribers too, so yeah. I'm used to the old version. Well, you know what? I was like that too when 2.8 was like, I think it was like in beta. As you saw in like my other video, I was sticking with 2.7, but that was like when 2.8 was out and stuff. And yeah, like I used it at the end because like I didn't really know how to use it. But that's what the whole point of that 2.8 tutorial was, because he taught me like how to like get to the refresh of the 2.8. It didn't really take that long either, because after I started using 2.8, I can't really use 2.7 no more unless like I really have to. So yeah. Like yeah, if you want to learn Blender, you should, because you'd be making a ton of stuff. So yeah, let's continue. I think that looks about really good. You know how it kind of in there, like the real back of the guitar. How like, yeah, that spacing is there in some guitars, but I'm seeing, yeah, like, yeah, like it's moving like this one. This might be custom, oh, it's 1960. This is 1960 and this is 1960. I guess they can't really decide what they should use. And I know people were kind of like really controversial about like this, because they're playing their guitar and like they're trying to play up those like note really high notes like up here. They like can't reach it because they rest their hand on like the um like back here, and they can't like reach it, and like it makes them mad and stuff. That looks nice. It looks like that candy red. And yeah, like this doesn't have that little arc either, so that might be alright. But over here where it's kind of like a block, this is like a block. It's kind of flat here, which I might do something about. You know how like we just got done building this whole entire thing? I could probably take this out, like up to right here, and where that little fretboard is. That may just work. I don't know, like, it might be, that might be a disaster. I might just keep it the way it is. Because, you know, there's lots of guitars, they do it like their own way. And yeah, this looks like one with a shorter neck, so it's for those solo people who play a lot of solos. And yeah, we are gonna try and compete with this. My model from May 2019. I actually made a long time ago. I made another guitar, and that was like my very first guitar. It was kind of blocky. I didn't know what I was doing. And yeah, here we are, and here we are. It looks nearly perfect. Like, I know some enthusiasts are gonna be like, why'd you do that? But like, I could really like this model. And maybe later we can get these arcs, how like it's curved in over here set up. Also, yeah, how like there's the truss rod. I don't think that's like really the truss rod. It's more like the cover for it, so it like doesn't pop out or something. Yeah, we could also get that on there. So let's try and continue. What should we make next? So we got boop and boop. We got this volume control, tone, volume, or the bridge and pickup, pickup. Or we can work on the fretboard first. And you know what? This is way longer. I'm gonna make that longer. Just like that. Because I know I should have really been looking off the side view. So if you think I should make tone knobs, pickups, bridge, fretboard, or this, what should I do first? Picasso. Who is Picasso? I don't think I was alive when he died. I don't remember him teaching me. Yeah, I'm uncertain that he taught me. It looks like he does play some guitar. He drew a little bit. He has some nice paintings though. Alright. We might head on to making yeah, we might just make bridge. And what I like to do, I like to look for actual model of bridge, because looking at just the blueprint, it is kind of hard. And like I said before, yeah, those are Phillips. I thought they were flatheads, but they are Phillips. So yeah, I just like to pick up a picture relatively large. Maybe not, I don't need a whole entire model because it's not really, like I said, it's not really a construction model. I don't really plan on taking it apart like the 3D model and examining it. But I would like to have it like really nice as possible. You know, like it's probably more poor built. Might not be poor, but like how these like are screwed in differently. And it's like popped outside. But yeah, like this. This is more standard looking. You got this. You got this. This one looks about spot on. I might use this one. So when I just want to add a new picture, I just drop this in, I'll be ready to go. So now, how like, you know, like this is going in. I wouldn't really prefer if I had to like just overlay it, cause there is quite some spacing here. Like they do it differently like all the time, cause these are hand built. Of course, they're gonna like do it a little bit differently. But like yeah, there's like last time I did it, I put like a lot of spacing. Hey ASF, how you doing today? Is there 4 people watching? Oh. He died before Aeneas was born. He gave you his skills. Wow. So when I was doing, yeah, like this, yeah, that was like way too much spacing. So yeah, like I do, the way I'm planning to do it right now is to make like a boolean cut in. So yeah, like you can work with it. Either I did this too small, or I made this, or no, this cut too big. And I think I went on and I was like, oh crap, this does not look right at all. And I was like, alright, let's redo this. And like, I'm like, I have to like redo the whole thing because I think I applied all the modifiers and like, and yeah, there's less spacing like now. And how it kind of looks like on actual blueprint, it does look like linear, like a little bit curved, where I just kind of kept it blocky. But like the final picture, you don't really see the blockiness. So yeah, that's kind of my point. Hello, evil skeleton. I will do that. Alright, 995. We're 5 subscribers away. Make sure I get to 1,000. We should get to 1,000 before the end of the stream. What? Basically, to recap, I'm trying to make this bridge for people just joining. I'm making a Fender Stratocaster, but I'm trying to make this bridge, and I'm planning out how I should be doing it. Like, yeah, I should cut this in, and make the bridge, just set it in there, and just kind of like how off the block, it does look a little bit too wide. I mean, like not wide. I meant like how this isn't like really meeting with the blueprint. I'll kind of try and make it meet. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, these might have less thickness than they really do. And this might be lower down than it's supposed to be. But I kind of like it how it is right now. So we're gonna try and start making that trusty old bridge. And I didn't delete it, by the way. I just hit it. See? We're gonna start with cube. Everyone make another guy. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I want people who are going to actually watch videos. And it was a joke, I know. Oh. I used to have a channel. It didn't go well. Ender Dragon. I used to watch reviews. I loved them. They were funny. I used to have a Twitter, but my account got... Oh, that's... I'm sorry for that. My friend will subscribe to you with your... My Optiplex is running Linux. My Optiplex, and I can't really use my Optiplex because I can't really use the monitor right now. One of my family members has to use it because their monitors went out. Rip Discord, the mail for you. Oh, that's kind of why I put Discord in Do Not Disturb. So if it does blow up, no one really sees it, and I can continue working. Oh yeah, Optiplex is running Arch Linux because I'm extremely mentally ill, and I decided to install Arch Linux instead of Hannah Montana Linux. So let's continue working. So I got this here, and I got the blueprint. We will try and work together on this and this. And by the top, it might be... They don't really define how tall it should be. Through the blueprint. So I might just like make it my own. I might... What distro? I said Arch Linux. Oh, you're asking him. If you're using Manjaro, then fuck you. No, don't say that. You made me say it, you bad boy. Bruh, well, you can have your opinion, but don't be rude about it. When he's new Linux user, so he's running Ubuntu 19.10 19.10. I don't know why he didn't install 16.4. But yeah, that's what Linux he's running. This stream's been running for 2 hours. I ran the first hour on private mode because I had the whole stream on. I had the stream on private mode by accident. Oh, you do have 16.4. Yeah, I'm just kind of upsetting because I didn't really want to turn off the stream because it would put like a couple videos on my channel. It would just make a big mess. I don't feel like cleaning it up. So we might need to get a little bit more pictures so we can define like how tall it is, like how it curves out. That might actually be a good picture. No. We're making mess on desktop so we can build Stratocaster. First we might just straight up just like do this. Now we're done. Oh, that's the wrong way. So yeah, about right here. Then we need this. layout's a little bit off. I think this might be off too. I don't know, it's good for determining the 2 dimensions, but it's no way good for determining the 3rd dimension. Alright, let's try and set this up. There's the whammy bar. There's lots of names for whammy bar, like tremolo bar. They also call it pitch action, I think. I don't know why they have so many names. It's called like a frickin'. Well, it does change the pitch. There's no argument in that. But like it's just a bar. It loosens up the string so you can like wow. Ow, it's kind of funny. Oh, there's a lot of comments going on. Yep, I did help him to it. I taught them sudo exit. Sudo exit is a signature command. You can only run it if you have an IQ of over 750. This might do good off the block. But like how the front is like oh, there's a problem with that. Yeah, like how see like how I don't think there is much there is no distance at all. So that would be incorrect if I kept it like that. I'm gonna try and make a carve into there. The moil. Lol. You should do that. You should make sure he learns about terminal. And yeah, he does have terminal. We might duplicate this, hide it, duplicate this and hide it. In case we screw up, we don't like it and we have to go back. So the way I would do it is just make it like a tiny bit larger. Then set the little, I think you do the boolean on here. You have to apply edge and sub. I'm only doing it on the copied model, so if I do something wrong, I can just add it back. This looks a little bit too high. Oh, I got hiccups again. Add this. And it should work off the block. What is going on here? Wait a minute, this isn't right. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to do that. Regardless if I'm a very crappy modeler. Oh, I don't think I set an animation. I don't think I can do that. And I think I have to do the boolean on the bridge. Oh god. There's definitely a problem. What if I didn't apply modifier? Would it work? We're gonna go one step back. To be honest, I like the sound of your mouse and keyboard. I had the very loud keyboard in my other live streams, and yeah, it was just like really loud. It was a mechanical keyboard, so I got a really quiet Microsoft keyboard. It's designed for typing. There's no lights on it. It's pretty quiet, which is all I really care about. And my mouse I had for a couple years now. It's a Corsair whatever mouse. I don't know what it is. It's just some mouse. I got the mouse as a gift a couple years ago. So if I believe I'm just supposed to do the boolean on the keep the boolean on the top and do that. And it makes the situation worse. There we go. That looks better. So we add our thing in. Make it a tiny bit bigger. And add ours in. Yeah, it has a lot of extra distance like what it did before in my old video. I'll show you for reference like how this was so wide. That is so silly. But yeah, like in real Stratocaster is almost no distance at all, but you can barely see like the carve into the carve it. Is that a left-handed guitar? But yeah, you can see the carve into it. There's some ones where it's like more wider. Not really that one. Yeah, that's one almost perfect on there. There's these guys, they really enjoy buying the old Starcasters rather than the new ones. Yeah, that has a little bit more. A little bit. I like that. All the bridges look about the same. So how you guys liking the stream? Make sure you vote. What should I play next? Yeah, I can add it. Very good. Very good. Yeah, make sure you do your voting. Like and subscribe. Turn on that bell. 994. I was at 995 for a second, but I went back to 994. There's it. You know, I either love or hate this video. It got my channel 500,000 views. When I made this, I got on like the first try. This was first try. I tried to redo it, like for fun. I can't like even flip over the car anymore. Yeah, people are mad because the boot opened up. I didn't unsubscribe, I swear. Well, you're not allowed to unsubscribe me anyway. I'm just kidding. If you really hate my videos, you can unsubscribe. We're gonna bevel this like a little bit. Doing it too much is a little bit unnecessary because see now that looks better, but on the I would have to do on the other one too, and I would have to like do about perfect. But if I did it manually twice, kind of it might make it look like more homemade. I mean, I kind of like this, how there's like a space. It gives it more like a unique kind of look. About right there, I guess. Yeah, that looks about good. But a little bit on the bottom. I think we would be good to go. That looks really good now. I really like that. But yeah, this is way too high. I don't think they're that high in real life. And how this is like flipped up. Just cause like it's it flips up depending like on the back how many like back here. It flips up depending of how many springs you put in here. So like if you put in like 2, then it might do that. Cause there's guys that they want like 2 springs, go that the whammy bar is easier. Also for like maybe to like make it like make the noise manipulate easier, or maybe because of tuning. Also, I think if you put like 5 springs, it won't do that. It'll just like be completely flat, except for how like that, yeah, that curve. And yeah, this isn't that high, so we're gonna fix that. Nothing gone to stream. Alright. This looks about good. What is wrong with the camera? Jesus. I can't work with a camera like this. The Blender enthusiasts, they would be like, it's not a camera, it's a viewport. Just like how... Oh my god, my cat walked in here. How you doing, huh? Come here. You wanna make guitar with me? You wanna make guitar with me? Alright, let's make guitar together. Is that on the inside or the... What did I do to that? I didn't do that, did I? No way I did that. Oh. I did this whole thing and forgot to do this part. So that's kind of why. We're gonna make subtract this a little bit just so it can be a little bit less linear and like make it look picked up like this. Hello Doom, how you doing? To recap for people joining in, I'm making Fender Stratocaster in Blender. Just for those people that saw this video, you kind of see how bad I did it. I'm gonna show it for the 1 millionth time how, yeah, you kind of see right away. My cat's still licking me. You kind of see it for like the millionth time for how bad I did do it. Like this, like I call it the resting piece for the Nick. Yeah, like I didn't capture it at all. And when I knew it was too late, I tried to go back in and do it. Yeah, like I started doing it. Then I also thought, oh, why not just add a new cube and do it over? So yeah, I was a really bad modeler. Look at that, it looks awful. I should just delete it, start over. This was already about like 40 minutes into the video. I mean, 40 minutes into like that project, and we're over here like 3 hours into the project. About 3 hours. My cat's still licking me. You're gonna be licking me the whole time. So right now we're trying to get a headstock. So yeah, I got about the way I want it. Oh no, I think I screwed up more. I mean, it doesn't really matter how, like, if it does. And yeah, it does look a bit thicker. Just to make sure to get every little thing right. Yeah, that looks about right. So now we got that. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna duplicate this, just so I don't have to keep working in like this annoying environment. We're gonna make this right side up, and we're gonna. I forgot the command set to origin, so I just do that. Doesn't really matter. It's only the size that matters, and I'm not really working with size, so that doesn't really matter here. Also, how are you guys doing today? Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you subscribe, then like actually watch my videos. I might upload a highlight for this, cause it's been pretty good so far. It's only because at the beginning I made it like private. But yeah, we've been working well about this whole time. So now we got this little headstock. About, you can kind of tell right away, it does look curved. Just like that. And also, it does look even less Fender than like that. Then if we go to our other picture, we can see right side up. So you got the spring. I thought those were screws. They're apparently springs. You got this, and these like little peg. They're like hooks. Oh yeah, they go through the bottom of the guitar. The strings do, but these these they're like, yeah, they're mounted on like with this. Then they just stay connected by the strings basically. Some guys left. Alright. So yeah, we need 6 of them. We don't really need a whammy bar if we don't want it. What? Did I get that perfect done, or did I move the whole blueprint? Anyways, let's start. That would be a really, kind of really too big of a screw, you know. We could turn down the vertices, cause when you're working with objects that are small, you don't need that many vertices. Now, like we're already working with like 21,000. That would still be too big of a screw. So like the top of the screw, you know how it's like, it looks round. Then like the threads, they look, well those aren't, they are threads and springs. They look round, it's like cylinder shaped. Then the head of the screw is like it kind of balls off. That's what we're gonna be trying to replicate. We might not really get the springs, because if you zoom out, you won't really see them at all. See, like, this is already like about a couple inches out. You like, you can't barely see the screw. So yeah, about right here. Still think that's too big. I kind of do this. Then, oh yeah, I forgot. Extrude, small, extrude. Now it looks like a screw. I don't know if I should add the like the little threads. That might be too many vertices to deal with. I could do that. Now these screws, they all have different sizes. And they are not sticking out, just to make that clear. Oh my god, the video was on pause and I was wondering. Well, I thought that because... Hello, Brandon Shado, how you doing today? To recap for the people joining in, I'm making Fender Stratocaster in Blender. We're currently making bridge. We're currently making bridge like this. We're currently dealing with screws. We're going to eventually get that We could try getting those springs on there. Like, it might not be that many vertices after all. We also have to do that, how, like, these, it looks like, I don't know what they're called, but if I look at this picture, see, like, they curve, like Santa's sleigh, you know? They curve and flat, like, whoop. Then I got the screws to keep it in place. So yeah, I knew there were screws to keep it in place. And yeah, we got those two big screws. For the bigger screws, I could put the detail on them to make sure it gets, make sure I get all that detail I can. So I don't really need graphics to get that right. I can probably just do that off the block. That would be too big of a cube to work with. So yeah, we're kind of dealing with, like, we're going to start with the flat first. Yeah, how it kind of went off guard. And we're going to try making little we could bevel this, but it's so small. Like that. I mean, that might look better. The shades move and it looks weird. You got add edge split and that looks better. So yeah, that's what I basically got. And for the other side, we basically did what we did, but let's see if it any question. Good, how are you? I'm good. How you doing? How's everyone doing? Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that bell. Well, only subscribe if you're gonna watch my videos. I said that 1,000 times, I'll say that 1,000 times more. And yeah, I think I've been doing pretty good so far. So how it just like straight up curves. And it also curves on the bottom. Just like that, and that looks perfect. Also, we got those little holes. They're like kind of roundish. They support for the strings and for the, yeah, I think this should be a little bit shorter. Does this actually have to be that big? I swear to God. Now there's what one looks like. It may just be a little bit too big. But that's kind of the idea of how it would look like. This thickness on the bottom as the base, that might just be too much. Let's go back and make sure. Yeah, it does look really thin, so we can try and fix that. I mean, it's kind of too late because I already beveled it and kind of no way to undo that unless I redo the model again. There are a lot of people joining today. I could just shove it in there a little bit. No one's gonna know. Yeah, it's not even that bad. If we have problems with this, like these screws, we can just do it over again. Let's try and get these screws. Cause I'm interested. I want to see if I can make that screw shape. I had another idea. That would be a very weird screw. It's like those proprietary screws Apple uses. Theoretically, I could just remove this edge, 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 and straighten this up. Oop. Having trouble trying to make the screw, but it makes me think that it's basically like a. Oh, I didn't mean to print it. Not a screwdriver. There's a guy that made screws, or the screwdriver. Here's what it kind of looks like. Like it kind of looks soft, like a nice soft, and it turns hard, soft, hard, soft, hard. So we could try to replicate that. this would still not work. I could try putting like a little cube. Too big. Or, well, I can try this first. And like booleaning it. That looks so weird, but it may just work. That actually looks really good. It looks perfect. I mean, I'll just go with the flathead. Flathead, such as in, you could probably fit like a little candy bar in there. You're back on Linux. Oh, welcome on Linux. I would be very bad. You know, the person that stands at the fancy hotel and always greets you. Yeah, I would not do that. So I got screw. Try and get this in there a little bit. Try and fit this screw. Make it a little bigger so you don't see that little, how it curves in a little bit. Yeah, it looks about good. So for, yeah, I was just like, do this, it might look cool. So we're gonna need that, put the, you know, like how it's like, looks like pill shaped. We need to get that. We could just do a circle. I should do it in the really laziest way possible because it's pretty simple. One time I did this, it worked perfectly. We could grab square or a cube and just like bevel it and do it like that. These cubes are always out here to help us. We got 4 people watching. Make sure you say hello. And if you like my stream, make sure you like it and subscribe. People watching. So we go try and bevel cube. Let's try and line up first, then bevel it. That might work. I think it's supposed to like boolean the whole entire thing. Or it's just supposed to be like a little cylinder in this part. So yeah, how that edge split, how it's reacting is not really good. So we just basically switch the priority, and it works great. I mean, what do you think about that? How does it look to real one? I mean, I think it looks really good. We can apply it. We should copy it in case we screw it. Apply this. Then we got that. Oh wait. Good thing we had backup or undo. Yeah, I know, cause like I know there's a supposed to be like the little hole, then like the longer one. I know I made mine like way too wide. I might try it again. So we got this, which is pretty good. I mean, it's going to be zoomed out like all the way here. You won't really see it. Now let's start making it look real. Oh, we still got those 2 screws on the front, which on my old model I didn't capture at all. I think these are they just have the little hole in them. Yeah, they just have a little hole. So I'm gonna make a new one. Cylinder head leaves pistons out. Maybe like that. It looks a little too big. and you can kind of see how like it indents into like the model, which I might try to capture that. 3 guys watching, they must be really enjoying the stream. Or unless it doesn't really matter, I might just keep it as is. Line these up. Now I'm gonna start copying it through. And you kind of can see the face. Kind of looks funny. So now we got that. Add the screw in. Oh, what happened there? Don't want that. Did I just separate it? What the heck? Starting to look good. They kind of look spaced out, like on here is like absolutely no spacing. But on here, there is some spacing. Like there isn't. Gotta fix that. I can't believe this stream is 3 hours long. Well, I mean, it's kind of how long I take generally making stuff. I mean, I played next car game for like 2 hours. But yeah, it's going really long for about 3 hours. Gotta fix a little boo-boo. Alright, that looks better. We're at 26,000 vertices. I think that's pretty good. The other one was at like 40,000 vertices. Here you see at like the end. See? 74,000 vertices, which is like kind of a lot, you know. And we might try to get that hole in that whammy bar hole. Just a quick circle, a cylinder head. I might try about 24 vertices. I mean, yeah, it looks about good right there. Actually, it looks a bit too close. Well, it is really close right there. So I guess we're good. And we got these big screws right here. Right here. They're the Phillips screws. I could probably try what I did last time to make these. On this one there's only 2 screws, but I'd like to put 6. To do it really fast. maybe a little bit deeper. Yeah, it looks about good. For this, the screws, you know, like, what do you do there? You can, I can rotate it, make it look like, woo, 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 woo. You gotta give them that, it makes it look like all different. Now we are done with the, oh wait, they do come out a little bit. Make this all look different. Now we seem about done with this. For this, we shade smooth. Should have done this in the first place. And that looks about good. So we grab all of this. Don't grab that. Or that. And we're gonna put it back on the guitar. Oh wait, I forgot. That looks really good. How you guys like that? Still looking like clay though. You guys are still watching? We might get rid of this. So what we got now, we got either this, which I probably should have done first because that took so long. Tuning pegs. or the jack, pickup to the strings. But for the tuning pegs, you see, like, yeah, it's just not like a little peg. It has like the actual little mechanism inside that little block. If you look on the guitar, there's actually like, it actually is there. Like a whole entire mechanism to make sure it doesn't like move. I don't really need to capture all of this. I really need to capture basically like, yeah, the shape of this. You only need to capture a circle. And like the peg itself. See, like this one looks beautiful. So we've basically done with this picture. We can use this picture, and let's use this picture, and this picture, or one that's built. Yeah, this picture. So what I'm basically seeing is a cube being morphed into a little cylinder, and just, yeah, that little hole. It's not really important to render to capture the hole. See, like a little hole. But yeah, like these pegs. That's like, that gives like the design of the whole entire guitar. So we pretty much knocked out everything. We just have to get the rest. We still have to bevel this. I don't know, I'm probably not satisfied with this because it is a little blocky. But like when I was out here, I didn't really see it. But it does look way better from what I made last time. So we might start. Okay, first let's add those. We'll add the actual mechanisms in first, then we'll add this. Then we add this. Watch it not load. Hello, there. Get you want to see me again? You opened up my door. We go to one of that's basically the base general one. See, what I could probably do is just make the cube, then like get the cylinder, and like, yeah, more get that flat shape, and just get a separate cube, because I don't really know how to get all that, except, well, let's try right now. So like we got the cube, and you could have like I don't know, you could intersect into like the corner, because it's not like perfectly in that corner, and like raises a little bit, then get these beveled. So yeah, it looks about good. Or we keep this as a square right now. then to do it later. That's how we can stay a little bit more organized. What's going on in the stream? 3 people watching still. Alright. This looks like it could be a recipe for disaster. The only way we can really find out is if we try it. I do not like that. So basically, I might just take the old way and make the tuning peg by 2 separate objects. So that's what the machine looks like. You got the little cube. Now I'll just stick a separate cylinder. As the peg. Because even though you put the detail there, no one might not see it because it's behind the guitar. Like that. And we scale it down like that, and it would work. And for the top, what did I do? How did that happen? Oh no. What did I do? There we go. This made this work. Gimme. See you later, Ender Dragon. That might be alright. I might fix this one later. About this picture, you see how they don't really, they are kind of like far away, but here they're like really close. Or I could have just arrayed this. See where it's like kind of easier to manage. Alright, that might be a little bit too small. Yeah, it looks really good now. Alright. Guys, this will be the where I end my stream. I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep this up. I'm not stopping this project. I might continue it tomorrow. And I might live stream as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this, and we're gonna finish it probably tomorrow. If not, we're gonna go even further and take even more days to complete it. So thanks for watching my stream. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, and please ring that bell. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.